Welcome to another episode of the West Point Lake Update. I'm your host, Park Ranger Rebecca Downey with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. On today's episode, let's talk about our campgrounds at West Point Lake, operated and managed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Susan Cromwell, Park Ranger with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers at West Point Lake, reminding you that life jackets save lives. Life jacket loaner stations are located at our campground and beach area gatehouses around the lake. These life jackets are available for you and your family to use at no cost. Please take advantage of this free program and keep a close eye on your children while enjoying yourself at West Point Lake. For more information, please call 706-645-2937.
Welcome back. With me now is Park Ranger Randy Dye with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Thank you for being on the show with me today.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
I brought you on the show. You are our campground coordinator. You oversee our 4 campgrounds here at West Point Lake, the ones that are operated and managed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, not to be confused with any campgrounds associated with Pine Road Park or any of the other leased areas on
Correct.
the property. So which campgrounds are those?
Well, we have 4 on the project. We have Amity, which you have to go over into the Alabama side to access. Then we have Whitetail Ridge, Holiday Campground, and R. Schaefer Herd. And
they're kind of spread out all around the lake. You can
Correct,
access them from the highway, some of them from the 109, accessing from LaGrange.
Yes. You can get to them. Almost all of our campground sites are accessible by water, actually. So you can get to your site by water once you rent the site.
Okay. So I wanted to discuss with you some of the more recreational-based activities that people enjoy on the lake. We have 21-day use areas with picnic tables, reservable shelters, playgrounds, shoreline access, and our campgrounds are there for their specific purpose of allowing people with tents, with campers, whether it's with or without electricity or water hookups, to come and enjoy the lake in a more quiet, secure area, correct?
Yes. We have 4 campgrounds, as you said, around the lake that offer about 380 campsites, 381 to be exact, but the main goal is the Corps of Engineers operates these to offer quality camping to the public. We're not in competition with the other campgrounds. We offer amenities that are comparable to those campgrounds, but we want to ensure that we can offer these sites up so that people can come camp, enjoy the outdoors, which is what we're attempting to do.
And kind of the purpose of our show today for our visitors is to explain a little bit about the procedure of coming into the gatehouse and checking in. Of course, that will need to happen. You mentioned coming in by water. You're welcome to do that after you've checked in at the gatehouse and come in by vehicle. We don't want people just coming into the parks from the shoreline, not having reservations, not knowing where they are. Do we have any signs on the shoreline that point towards the water?
We don't have any signs. What we do is normally to reserve a site, you'll go on the recreation.gov website, or you'll call the 877-444-6777 number, and from there you can actually reserve a campsite. We recommend that the public actually go to the website because there's a map. They can look and pick and choose whichever site's available in the campground. Some people prefer a waterfront site. A few want to choose a site that's up into the woods. Most folks want a waterfront site. But by going to the website, you can pick and choose your dates. You can rent a site 6 months out. Our sites are all reservable. Every site we have is reservable. We still invite the public to come out to the campground. If there is a site available, they're welcome to come to the gatehouse. They can rent the site without having to go on the website. But we do experience about 90% occupancy for most of the weekends throughout the summer.
And that's wonderful. I love to go out. The rangers are in the parks patrolling. You kind of oversee also the people that are working in the gatehouse. Those are contractors. They usually have a host site at the very entrance of the park. They rotate between the A and the B side. Usually there's a sign out front that says which gate host or gate attendant is on duty for the day for anyone that has a problem in the campgrounds, water, electricity, to report issues to. And there are gatehouse hours that will be posted for the public. Is it, we have gates in front of the entrances to some of these campgrounds?
Well, our gates, and it's for most everybody that we have come visit, they like the fact that we lock the gates at night. It provides an added sense of security, and everybody can feel pretty comfortable that anyone in the campground is supposed to be in the campground. Our gates open at 7 in the morning and they close at 10 o'clock at night. Now, in case of emergencies, we will allow people to leave the campground, but other than that, we keep the gates locked so that everybody has a really well-founded sense of security in our campgrounds. The park attendants who work the gates are there basically to assist all our campers. Now, they will check people in and out, but predominantly they're there to assist campers with issues, direct people to sites, give out information. We have walking trail maps. We have maps of the lake. We have information on the other campgrounds that we might like people to visit.
And we provide life jackets also at the entrance of our parks for those that are coming in. Maybe you're wanting to swim on the shoreline. Maybe your family has come in with a pontoon boat and you don't have enough life jackets. We do have those available for free for them to check out while they're staying.
Sure. Stop by the gatehouse, see the attendant, provide a little information, and they can check out whichever size is appropriate. Most of the attendants will help them with the sizes based on the size of the children. So we do that as a service that we've done for several years.
As the campground coordinator, do you see people's public comments? We do allow NRS, for example, when people make their online reservations, they have to make an account through that free online system, and sometimes it will shoot them an email saying, please leave a review, a comment about your experience in the campground. You actually see and read those, and we've made a lot of changes. We've
made some changes based on some of those, trying to accommodate the public as much as we can. Being a governmental entity, we also respond to some of those to explain. There are people who either they're not aware of a rule or a regulation, or they're not aware of a campground rule, because we vary from state parks and from private campgrounds. We have our own set because we are the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and we do regulate the property based on Title 36, which is the United States Code. Our rules are a little different, so if somebody puts an issue on there that I can address, we address it. We want people to come camp with us. We want them to understand why we do what we do, so we address every issue that we can.
We've had a lot of positive comments. Our bathrooms are well cleaned.
Yes.
The shoreline is accessible and safe. We've also had some comments to say, you know, that NRS website doesn't have pictures of every single campsite, and that's something that we're working on to redo. And hopefully before the recreation starts by June, we will have all of our campsites uploaded into the system for everyone to have a better view of what the site is that you're coming in on. Until that point, though, we do still allow people to check into the gatehouse and receive a pass to go through the park and get a map.
If you arrive at the gatehouse and you just want to look around the campground, as long as we're under 75% occupancy, and for safety reasons, we don't allow, once we hit 75%, we don't allow drive-throughs. But any day of the week that you arrive, if we're under 75%, we'll issue a 30-minute pass to go drive through the campground, look around, kind of choose your site if that's what you want to do. As long as you, in and out in within 30 minutes or so, we don't mind at all. Come out and have a look.
Yeah, we do absolutely encourage them to come in, get a map of the campground that they're coming into, and get a list of maybe your top 4 favorite campsites.
Yes, we do recommend that, because those top 4 are usually other people's top 4 also, so those sites stay kind of full. So we do recommend that they come in, look around, pick several sites. Then they can either stop by the gatehouse to see if they're available for the dates they want on the way out, or they can get online. They can actually access the same recreation.gov from any cell phone, Android device, Apple device, and actually reserve a site standing in front of the site if they want to do that.
That's wonderful. It sounds like it's really easy for someone to do.
It is. It is.
And it catches a lot more people, allowing more people, even from out of state, to make those
it does, and that's one of the things we've found just through our reservations, is that by going all reservable, it allows someone from farther away that's got to pull a camper, you know, a great distance, the comfort in knowing that when they get here there'll actually be a site waiting. In the past, it was hit or miss. If they drove down here, there may not be a site. They may be relegated to go into a state park or a nearby campground that they really didn't want to camp.
So those of you that do have your top 4 campsites, or you've been camping with us in the past, you may want to go and redo your top 4 list. We have had some changes in our parks. Our volunteers are doing some clear cutting to some areas to make a trail to the water a little bit more accessible. Some sites are getting a little bit bigger. Some sites are having changes to their electricity. There
are. Recently what we've done is in Whitetail Ridge, and the visitors that come in, you know, we open March 2nd. Coming up, the visitors that come in will notice that we have put new water lines throughout the campground, so they'll notice that. We've also added site 18 to 21 is now 50 amp, and campers will know what that means. Correct, for Whitetail Ridge. In Amity, we upgraded 74 to 84 to 50 amp, and we're going to upgrade some water lines in there also. So we're doing some work in those campgrounds, and I mentioned the dates. Whitetail Ridge opens March 2nd. It's already over half full, just the reservations for the folks that want to come in. That one, people have been cooped up in the winter, it's been cold out, they're ready to hit the lake, they're ready to go camping, so we invite people to get online, get your reservations, because it fills up quick. 2 weeks later, we'll open up Schaefer Herd for the summer season, and a week after that, Holiday opens up. April 20th, Amity Campground opens up, so we'll be in full swing by April 20th. Everything's open. We invite people, get online, rent a site, bring all the kids, bring the family, come out to the campground.
I'm looking forward to it. I want to see them. If you see a park ranger, you just have a question, flag us down. I usually have a turtle with me or something. I like to go out and talk to all of our visitors. And we're not always there to address and write tickets. I mean, we're here to let you know if you weren't aware of the rules and the policies, try to gain that compliance with you, and let you go about the rest of your weekend and enjoy your stay.
Yeah, that's exactly what we want. We want people to come out, enjoy it. It's public property. Come out, make use of the space. Tell your friends and your neighbors. Invite them out for lunch. Keep in mind that because of limited parking, you may have to park at a boat ramp, at a day-use park nearby, and then be shuttled in, because we try to minimize the impact upon our campers of other people coming in and out, because we want everybody to have a great quality camping experience. So by limiting the number of cars, what we do is we're trying to make sure that everybody has a great experience and that nobody's overcrowded, and that if they want to come back.
And for those that are interested in camping, how much does it cost? And I've got a list here. We've got a variety of different campsites that are available in the park. Some of them are single sites, most of them are single sites. Some of them are what you call double sites, where it is one driveway that has two full connection hookups, either two sets, so you can have two campers. It is $16 for a primitive campsite, if there are any in the campground.
Yes, if there's any. Some of our campgrounds don't have primitive sites any longer, and when we say primitive, we mean pretty much that. We do have a tent pad there, but you have no amenities, and that's all you're going to get. For the standard sites for us are a basic one site, one RV. Most of them have a tent pad, except for a few in Amity Campground, so you can also have a tent on the same site. Those sites have either 30 or 50 amp. If it's a 30 amp site, then you'll know when you get there. Now, we have marked most of the posts, I think, on the 50 amp sites to indicate, so that folks know if they need a 50 amp site, they can reserve a 50 amp. They can, when they check in with the attendant, they'll know the same thing. A 30 amp site is $24 a night. 50 amp is $28 a night. Now, the doubles, of course, are double that same price. One of the things we do offer here is that we participate in the America the Beautiful Pass program, which means if you have an America the Beautiful Access Pass, the America the Beautiful Senior Pass, or even one of the older Golden Age or Golden Access passes, you get a 50% discount on that rate. So you can actually come in for $12 a night on a 30 amp site and camp with us all weekend for $12 a night. So
wonderful.
Prices
Currently,
are
about
good,
over
the passes
50%
are
of our current campers utilize these passes, whether because they are of a disability and they're here, or they're a senior and
because we're not a business, we're not in the business of making money. We're here to offer campsites. It's great for us. As the more sites that we can offer, the better off we are.
And before I let you leave today, we mentioned amperage on our campsites, 30 and 50 amp, and I want to remind our visitors, last year it was hot, and we had a lot of people hooking up fans and ice makers, and if you're wanting to hook up more amenities to your campsite, you may want a site with 50 amp instead of 30, because it allows you to hook up more electronics to it.
Correct.
Although there's still some risk that you're popping the breaker.
Campers usually know, if they have a camper and have been camping for a while, what they can use and what they can't. Newer campers are the ones that we traditionally have concerns with. They'll come up and tell us that the breaker's popped, and then especially newer campers, most of those are 50 amp campers, and we're having to put a 30 amp hookup there. So if you turn on 2 air conditioners and a microwave, it's just going to pop your breaker. If you turn on an air conditioner, an ice maker, and a microwave, it pops your breaker. We can normally get out and get that fixed pretty quick, but it does cause some concern for the camper. So we just ask that everybody's mindful of how much they're using, and we do have handouts available at the gatehouse that will actually tell them the amperage that each of those items draw from their camper. So we do have those that are available anytime they want to stop by. Ask for one of those.
Randy, thank you. That's been great information for our visitors. If you have any questions in regards to our campgrounds, Amity Campground, Whitetail Ridge Campground, Holiday, or our Schaefer Herd, please call our project management office at 706-645-2937. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Nobody wants to be stopped by a law enforcement officer.
Everyone wants to feel safe.
So we've trained our officers to first listen and then explain.
We ask if you have contact with one of our officers, you listen, give him an opportunity to explain, comply with his requests, and if there's a problem, contact us so that we can investigate your complaint.
Listen, explain, comply, then complain.
Our safety and yours matters.
Look ahead, don't look back. Hold on to hope that leads you through the night.
West Point Lake offers a variety of recreational opportunities. With 4 complete campgrounds and over 21 day-use parks, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers also operates 3 beach areas at Earl Cook, Rocky Point, and Yellow Jacket. For the 2018 season, the beaches will open from May the 19th through the 3rd of September, with the gates for the beaches opening at 10 a.m. and will close at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time 7 days a week. When accessing one of our beach locations, please be sure to stop at the gatehouse to read all the posted signage and instructions. All vehicles entering the park must pay a $5 day-use fee. If you do not already have one of the America the Beautiful passes or the U.S. Army Corps of Engineer annual pass, you must display the proper hang tag. There is a brown box located at the gatehouse to which you need to pull an envelope, tear it into 2 pieces, follow the instructions on either the box or the envelope, place 1 piece of the envelope on your dashboard so that the park rangers know that you have paid. Please submit payment into the envelope and deposit it back into the box. These passes you may hang on to for the duration of the day. If you need to leave the park temporarily, please do not remove your pass from your vehicle. Visitors coming into our recreation areas may encounter a variety of amenities, including picnic tables, reservable shelters with water and electricity, boat ramps, a courtesy dock, fishing piers, bathrooms, tennis courts, basketball courts, and of course, a large beach area. When out on the lake, it's important to remember your safety. Swim at your own risk. Our beach areas are designed for a safe swimming environment that include throw rings that are accessible for emergency use, a safe zone for swimming, including no boating in a surrounding area. If you have not brought a life jacket loaner stations are available at the gatehouse where you've entered the park. We invite all of our visitors to West Point Lake to enjoy themselves. Please be safe. For more information about reservable shelters at our many beach locations, please call our project management office at 706-645-2937. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is one of the nation's leading federal providers of outdoor recreation, with more than 400 lakes and river projects in 43 states. Here at West Point Lake, 4 beautiful campgrounds provide a safe, clean environment for visitors of all ages to enjoy traditional activities like hiking, biking, boating, fishing, kayaking, sailing, and much more. Registered campers have access to a variety of amenities including playgrounds, tennis courts, basketball courts, boat ramps, hiking trails, and free access to the beaches at West Point Lake with their active camping pass. Our Schaefer Herd Campground, located at 101 Schaefer Herd Park Road in West Point, Georgia, operates 117 campsites between March the 16th and October the 28th of the 2018 recreation season. Featuring mostly waterfront campsites with unique quiet coves, this campground has 10 double campsites and 2 handicap accessible sites. Located on the southern Georgia end of West Point Lake, many campsites are in viewing range of the West Point Dam and is adjacent to our Schaefer Herd Day Use Park, the West Point Project Management Office and Visitor Center, and Earl Cook Recreation Area and Beach. Whitetail Ridge Campground, located at 565 Abbotsford Road in LaGrange, Georgia, operates 58 shaded waterfront campsites between March the 2nd and November 25th of the 2018 season. Whitetail Ridge offers some of the best views of Pine Road Park's annual 4th of July fireworks displays. This campground is located only 15 minutes from downtown LaGrange off Highway 109. Holiday Campground, located at 954 Abbotsford Road in LaGrange, Georgia, operates 112 campsites and 2 large group camping areas from March the 23rd through September the 4th, 2018. Just down the road from Whitetail Ridge Campground, Holiday features some of the best views of the lake, with each campsite providing something a little different. Amity Campground, located at 1001 County Road 393 in Lynette, Alabama, operates 74 campsites from April the 20th through September the 4th, 2018. Also home to West Point Lake's Volunteer Village, where 12 campsites are provided for full-time volunteers who provide services at West Point Lake. This campground is ideal for the nature lover, featuring over 2 miles of hiking trail within the Alligator Creek and Beaver Lodge trails that are accessible within the campground and go all the way over to Rocky Point Recreation Area. You're likely to see ospreys, deer, armadillo, birds, and a variety of other nature in this park. To make your reservation at any 4 of these campgrounds, please go to www.recreation.gov or call 1-877-444-6777.
I'd like to thank our guest today for being on the show, Park Ranger Randy Dye with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and a special thank you to LaGrange Television for over 10 years of support to the West Point Lake Update. Check out their YouTube channel, where they've uploaded over 50 episodes of the West Point Lake Update. For more information about these episodes or any other topics featured here today, please contact our Project Management Office at 706-645-2937.
I'm LaGrange Mayor Jim Thornton.
And I'm Patrick Cruz, Chairman of the Troup County Board of Commissioners, and we've got a question for you.
Have you ever littered?
No. No. Sometimes. I see my dad litter. It's something what you just throw on the floor, and you don't. You just throw things on the floor, and when you don't need to. I just don't like putting it in the trash can sometimes, but sometimes I do put them in the trash can. Don't do that. Just a piece of trash on our yard, and I don't like people that litter. He just threw the gun out the window. Cheap, beautiful. If you are littering people, stop littering right now. Don't litter. And you're a grown-up, you should know that. Cheap, troop, beautiful.
Littering in Troup County is not a small problem. It's a big one, and we need everyone to do their part.
The City of LaGrange, along with Troup County and the cities of Hogansville and West Point, want to clean up our community.
So please don't trash Troup.
Let's pick it up. Working together, we can keep Troup County a beautiful place to live.